Hi Libra, hey, it's Angie with Feisty Butterfly Tarot, and today we are going to look at the Osho Zin Tarot, and then we're seeing where we're going from there. We're going to look at what's going on currently for you. This is for December, the last part of it, last 10 days roughly. So end of December 2020 for Libra. It's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else, and also check your other signs, see if that resonates too. You might get a little bit more insight that way. Now the Osho Zin deck is kind of a hippie trippy cool deck. It reads a little differently, and it's kind of a fun one because to me it's halfway between Oracle and Tarot. So we're going to take 3 cards right now, and we'll do it this way, which is different than what I've done it on the others. So we have in the station of you currently and now, and coming up for you, and then words of advice. So Osho Zin. Okay. So this is the 2 of Cups. You can see how these have their leaves intermingled. Their roots are probably intermingled. This is a partnership. This is a pairing. This is a good exchange, a symbiotic relationship, things that work really well together and want to grow together. Then you have the Queen of Cups. This is about reflection, receptivity, really, really emotional growth. It's not just like in the Rider-Waite, it's usually reflecting and thinking and contemplating. It's also a very nurturing thing, but this is open for growth and very receptive. This is definitely opening up the heart and the crown chakra big time, big time. Lots of inspiration and intuition and psychic stuff happening there. And then you have transformation. Now this is usually the death card where the phoenix, I don't know if you can see, the phoenix is rising from the ashes. This flower is changing, sending up the light energy, spirit, whatever. This is intuition. This is change in a good way. This is the death of one thing that's old and enlightenment as well. The Osho deck is really pretty interesting. I think we're going to continue with it. We'll get a little bit more clear on what's going on with you currently, what's coming at you, and advice. So let's start with the currently. Whoa, wow. Okay. Those flew right out. Holy smokes. Okay. You have politics and flowering. So this is the Queen of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles. Politics is a 7 of Swords. This is where somebody's a little too sneaky, wants to get away with something, presents a friendly face, but does something underhanded. This is somebody that's envious. This is the green with envy. This is acting like a snake in the grass, but pretending that, you know, everything is fine. That kind of thing. So if you're sensing something, Queen of Water, Queen of Cups is saying lean on intuition. You're trying to be practical. You're trying to grow together. You're trying to rely on a partner, but something isn't right. Now, it might not be that your partner's an underhanded bastard. That might not be at all. It could very well be that something's out of whack. Something needs addressed. Or it could be that you are deceiving yourself in some way and preventing your own growth. Things to think on. If you want things to be flourishing, it might be that you have to end some old behavior pattern, something that's a little toxic, something that either makes you jealous or covetous. That sounds so preachy, but really, if you're in the space of just wanting what someone else has or wanting things to be different than what they are, you aren't allowing for those roots to stretch out and grow, and that's where you need to be. The 2 of Cups is there, but the roots are there too. So you have Queen of Pentacles. She's all about using resources wisely. She's good businesswoman, smart businesswoman. She's well-grounded, practical, knows what needs handled. And you see her there. You see water in there that's near, and a tree. And look at how this is linking up with just even the way this is laying out. This tree with the pink and the orange is overlapping to here. And then you have the Queen, and the water is coming down to here with flowering. Then you have flowering right here with the Queen of Cups. So very, very good to be aware of. This, keep in mind, this moves you forward. All right, let's look what else we've got about what's coming at you to get you in this flowering stage. So 2 more to clarify. Whoa. Okay, that's too many. That's like 6. Let's try again. They're definitely jumpy cards. Well, that's stuck. We're going to take 3. That's all right. We've got aloneness in the reverse. This is the Hermit. We've got guilt. This is the 8 of Swords. And we've got going with the flow. Now, this is the lesson in here for you, right? Big time lesson. So, guilt. Maybe there has been some self-sabotage. Maybe you've been a little hard on yourself. Maybe you feel trapped and stuck, and you know how you could have done things a little differently. Or you know how you would like things to be, but you aren't quite doing what's getting you there. In the 7 of Cups, it talks about procrastination. And sometimes that's just an underlying avoidance and not wanting to move forward with a new endeavor. There could be just underlying resistance to change going on. But really, if you set your mind free, if you rest up a little bit, learn to go with the flow a little more, try and let the water carry you, so to speak. I mean, the water is going to be great for the trees. It's going to get all of this in balance. That makes sense. So let your mind not over worry. Take some time out and away. Relax. Take a bath. Get out in the water. Do something cleansing for your soul. Then go back to it and see if you have some limiting beliefs or some beliefs that maybe aren't actually true, but they're old held beliefs about either you, your value, or what you can and can't do. It's definitely worth doing this. Then you have this card about the Hermit, aloneness. This feeling of aloneness isn't a bad thing. When you're alone, you get to think more clearly. If you're feeling lonely, you're not seeing the light, you're just looking at lack. If you're looking at the light, looking for inspiration and following that, then you're tuning in. That's when the aloneness, solitude, that's when the being on your own leads to clarity, leads to transformation. All right, so we're going to go to this next one. We're looking for the advice for Libra on what's leading into this transformation and perhaps what needs overcome here. So we're looking for this angle and this angle. This in the process of time. This in the process of headspace, okay? That's where it wants to stop and stay. Ripeness. Okay, this is good news, guys. So you have this deception, theft, self-deceit, self-sabotage, not protecting what you need to protect, feeling stuck going on in your head. You want this abundance and this ripeness. I think you're worrying too much. I think you're over-worrying. Things in a garden take time to grow. Trees and health and relationships take time to grow. They take nurturing. They take care. And the relationship with self is no exception to that rule. Self-care is in order for you right now. This time of going with the flow, this time of solitude and getting your mind clear, you have to do something to take care of yourself, to water your own nourishment and needs so you can flourish. You got to let go of beating yourself up for something that didn't go the way you thought it would. And you got to let go of some of this nanny boo-ha. If somebody pulled one over, or you've been pulling one over on yourself, okay, get real about what needs to be the next step. You don't have to go crazy and replay that loop over and over. Get clear, get some time, start to figure out how to flow again. Then you have this ripeness that's coming up. This is going this way, even more potently. This is what's going on with you now, what's coming at you, and advice, okay? So get your space and your headspace in the mindset of gratitude, clarity, self-worth for sure, growth for sure. What's healthy growth? Whatever is toxic, let it go. Let it go. Even if you're totally right on something, being right and being angry doesn't serve you. So you can be right and let it go and realize that for your own sake, whatever it is, needs to go. Projections. This is the illusion, procrastination. This is 7 of Cups. This is you projecting something and not making a choice, not being quite ready to flow. You're not ready to take action. This inaction isn't going to serve you. So flow, but don't stay stagnant. Let's look a little more. Whoa. Two just jumped right out of the deck. Okay. All right. Let's go like this. We have schizophrenia and nothingness, and they have it as no thingness. Now, this is one of my favorite and one of my least favorite of the cards. So, no thingness in a Zen space looks more like this than anything else. This is, to me, this is you in meditating. This is you receptive, clearing your mind, letting go of all the worry and craziness, trying to figure out how to get in your flow doesn't do it. Relaxing gets you in the flow. Taking time for yourself gets you in the flow. Nurture what needs to grow. Show value to your own self for your own health. Let go. This is a caution. It's not the end of the world. It's a caution. It's a be aware of. Heads up. It's not a big lecture. It's not a boo, boo, boo. No, it's like, okay, let's get Zen on this. Then you have schizophrenia, transformation, and then here was the projections, right? So let's take a look. Schizophrenia is when you feel like you are pulled in two places at once. The Two of Cups is really, really rewarding. The Two of Swords, the Two of Mind, is being of two mindsets till your head wants to fry. You know, it's just too much. What should I do? I can't do it all. You really can't do it all. And you probably are going to be trying to keep everything balanced and do everything fair and do it all. But you're not doing what is essential, which is caring for yourself, getting centered, getting calm, getting peace, allowing flow, letting go of some of that control energy and that limited energy and what do I do, and allowing for growth, allowing for this transformational energy to come, allowing for inspiration. That is absolutely necessary for you right now. I mean, that is the thing that will help you stay sane in the next little bit of time. This projections in the reverse, the procrastination isn't going to help you. Putting it off and keeping yourself in this space where you're torn between thoughts isn't going to help you. Getting into the no thingness, this is meditation, this is chilling out. That's where you need to be. Get your brain to settle down, all right? This is two things. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It could be that this guy who's holding on for dear life, you're going to wear yourself out and eventually let go, or you could choose to swan dive or take flight. Either way, it could be all right. Then, if you can master this lesson, okay? If you could master this in advice, this in advice, and this, know that this is coming at you, know that you're going to have these undercurrents and be dealing with this, then things are going to go really, really nicely for you. We're going to look into the, we're going to look into the hidden realms. That's my throat. Hang on. I'm getting some water. I think I've said enough on that, but we'll see what the cards have to say, okay? Here we go. All right. The Oracle of the Hidden Realms. And I want this because you have definitely a subconscious undercurrent that you're not seeing in proportion or you're not seeing well. So let's take a look. Maybe it will lead us to some of this inspiration and another thing that could be helpful or help you remember in the coming 10 days. Okay, that feels right. So we have this kind of combination. The Hawk Prince, this is spirit paying attention, spirit communication, paying attention. Look at this. That is a fabulous card. I don't know if you can see it. But look at that. This guy knows how to fly. He's clear and he's specific and concise. Hawks are birds of prey. They're hunters. They, zero in on what their target is and they go for it. They don't have two targets and try and get both at once. They narrow it to one. They don't get crazy. They trust that they have the ability to fly. Definitely. So trust that. Then on the other side of this, you have the Diamond Dreamer. What have we talked about? Material wealth, true prosperity. Let me show you this again so you can see how beautiful it is. Look at that. It is absolutely gorgeous. And you've got these firm foundations below you. These are mountains and strength, and this is abundance. Then you have the Rainbow Prince right here in this row, okay? So the Rainbow Prince, this is saying compensation and perseverance. So choosing that one thing, don't put it off. The choice is important. And it's not like you're going to go wrong if you are getting centered with your own self. So get right in your own headspace. Compensation, perseverance. And this comes here between the Hermit, which is loneliness, and between the Nine of Coins, which is the harvest. It's not the harvester. It's more like the cornucopia. The fruit has come into ripeness. It's coming in. Compensation, perseverance. So whatever it is that you've figured out, you've put some energy in there. And then transformation. Get your brain into the Zen space of nothingness so then inspiration can creep in. And then the eyes of beauty, positive expectations and clarity. Instead of projecting in fear and in confusion, you can go to gratitude and find beauty. If you can't find, oh, I'm thankful for this, I'm thankful for that, I'm thankful for toilet paper and running water, blah, 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 which these days that actually is quite good. Look for what is beautiful. Look first to what is beautiful within you, whether it's your ankles or your neck or your shoulders or your hair. We're so hard on ourselves as women. If you're a guy seeing this, look for what it is in you that you like. But it could be a feminine aspect, not the strength and not the wallet, not the prowess. It could be your own inner knowing, your own listening to your gut. Might be how guys would speak it. Maybe that's a little sexist in my age showing through. But take it with heartfelt intent. This is talking about the feminine element, the feminine element. We all have feminine and masculine within us. And then once your emotions lead you and your intuition is found, then you can have some of that Hawk Prince masculine, zero in on what it is that needs to do, get focused, get laser, and do it. But acknowledge the beauty along the way, and that's going to help you big time and will lead you to this compensation and perseverance, okay? All right, that's what I've got for you, Libra. I hope it's helpful. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, leave me a note, hit the bell if you want to get an alert when I have more stuff coming up. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.